So guys, this very kind gentleman, Harris.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi there.
Hello, Harris. I've slapped a microphone on him, and we've got these fabulous watches. So let's take a look at these now. Harris, first of all,
Yes.
this one I received an email with the images of this, and straight away I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to wait until I'm in Dubai.
You should, absolutely.
And wait to see this in the hand. Okay, so I forget its name.
HM11 Architect.
HM11 Architect. Now,
Why Architect?
why Architect? Yes.
Why Architect? Because we took the cues from the incredible architecture from the 1960s and 70s, when a few architects started exploring very organic, unusual shapes for homes, for buildings, and so on.
Okay.
So that's what we took inspiration from. It's built a bit like a house.
Yes.
It's like a central foyer there in the center.
Yeah.
And that sends out information and power to 4 different rooms, if you like, of the house.
Yes.
Each room, just like a house, has a different function.
Yeah.
So like you have a dining room, a kitchen, and so on. Here you would have 4 different rooms. One of them is obviously the time room, which you see right there.
Yeah.
That gives the time, pretty straightforward for a watch.
Yeah.
If you go one over here to your left, you will have the power reserve room.
Oh, brilliant.
So showing the energy contained in the house.
Yes.
Keep going, you'll hit the temperature room.
Oh, right.
Thermometer, because a house needs a thermometer.
That's right.
And last but not least, you have the time setting crown, which is in a way the entrance into the house because it's a sapphire crystal crown.
Wow.
Transparent. Now you might be wondering, wait a second, when I have this on my wrist,
Yes.
how do I see all 4 functions? Not very convenient.
Ah, yes.
That's why the entire case rotates.
Oh.
You can put it in any position you like, have whichever room facing you on your wrist.
Oh, wow.
And by the way, every time I give it a 45-degree twist,
Yeah.
I'm actually winding the watch.
Ah.
I'm giving every 45 degrees an extra 72 minutes of power reserve.
Oh, wow.
So when it's fully wound, I have 4 days.
Wow.
That's, in a nutshell, HM11 Architect.
Okay, so this is why I waited. I didn't read the email. I thought
Good.
I'm going to wait until I'm here. How interesting.
Thank you.
Initially, it reminded me of the rocket propulsion system on satellites.
Very interesting you say that. Yeah, now I see it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it also reminds me of a flying saucer.
Yes.
But these things I love anyway, so I can't imagine. But these pieces of mechanical artwork, if they encourage you to be thoughtful, to think about things, to think about engineering, it's doing its job. And also the playfulness. I love the fact that it turns so that you can select the
function.
The function that you want to see. How absolutely cool is that? Look at that. If I just zoom out a little. I'm assuming that the material is steel.
It's actually titanium.
Titanium,
which is why it's so light. I hope you agree.
I did notice that, but I thought I'm just going to ask anyway. But
yes, it's titanium and sapphire crystal, obviously.
Wow.
And pretty compact on the wrist.
Yeah.
Most people think this is a much bigger watch, but it's actually 42 millimeters across in diameter.
Yeah.
So quite wearable.
But do you know, I would wear a watch like this, no problem at all. But I am a little bit out there, I suppose, and I wear all
That's
sorts
a good thing.
But I would match this with something white and something blue, and I would let this do all the talking. Because,
good idea.
Because what an interesting thing to have on your wrist. Do you know, it is absolutely. If you had said to me, MB&F are making a new watch, what will it look like? I would have said I have no idea, but it will be very different and interesting.
Thank you.
And this definitely does that. Okay, I'm going to put this one down because we don't stop there. Now, okay, so what's the model reference of this?
So what we're looking at here is the legacy machine Perpetual Evo. So it's a perpetual calendar in what we call the Evo case, which is a more sporty case, I guess you could call it that, meaning 80 meters, 80 of water resistance.
Yeah.
There's a shock absorber between the movement and the case, so that allows you to do some reasonable sports with it.
Yeah.
Rubber strap, obviously, screw down crown. So it's a more everyday type of execution of the Perpetual calendar.
Maybe I'm a little bit of an idiot, but do you know, if I was this sort of thing, it really interests me because I love the technical appearance, and I love the 3D aspect, and also the engineering, because I know that so much engineering goes in. But I'm also a person that if I was to buy a watch like this, you wouldn't even have to tell me what the complications are or what it does, because I'm not all that bothered. But it's because once you own this, you know you've got a journey of discovery, because you already own the thing, and you can spend time finding out what all the complications.
Exactly. That's how we approach all of our machines. To us, the complications, the functions, the fact that there's a watch, they're all an excuse to build a beautiful machine.
Yes.
And the machine should hopefully, and I'm very glad you say so, incite you to, think about different things, to have a different perspective on things. That's what we're trying to do here.
Because another brand here was talking about the complications, and I said to him, look, I like the watch anyway.
I'll try to convince you of the complications.
But I know that the complications for someone like me is also a bit of treasure that you might find when you own the watch. That is absolutely super.
Very good.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harris. This is absolutely super. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I'm so fortunate that anyone that knows watches will recognise this guy, and Max is very, very kindly, because I grabbed him, we just had to have a conversation. But what Max said to me, I thought to myself, I have to get that on camera, so I'm going to spin around the camera. Hold on. Okay, Max, once again, thank you so much for allowing me to just grab you. Can you please repeat to me what you just said?
So we were talking about our team.
Yes.
And you were telling me that the people in my team are amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed with that. And I've realized over years that there are two sorts of people in the world. They're missionaries and mercenaries.
Yes.
And we're on a mission. So I try and find the very few missionaries, and I definitely don't want any mercenaries in my team. And that's one of the many secrets of having a great team.
And do you know, my experience, because I've met you, I've grabbed you, and I've met Arno, and Arno didn't know who I was from Adam, and he was so lovely, and now I email him, and he's, in fact, all your colleagues that I've met have been super, and I feel like they've become friends. And I feel like I can email them and say, hey, how are you doing? And I was so impressed. But look, I'm aware that I've just grabbed you. I know you're busy, and there's some people behind us waiting to meet you. So Max, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.